Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. We are on chapter 16 of the series, and this video is a part of playlist where we cover and summarized all the chapter of John C. Her book, and we are on chapter 16, employee stock option. This video will be very short and more of a theoretical types. So I will rather rant in this video than going to my board. So let's start this video without any delay. So we all know as employee stock option, right? It is an extra initiative given to employee given to employee. So it is an option, right? ESOPs or employee stock option is a type of option given to employee for their performance in the company and to keep them motivated. It is like giving some of option shares of stock of company to employee. If they perform well and the stock price go up, and they can also get the profit from the stock. So what is the difference between the employee stock option and European stock option? So European stock option, no extra share is created, but in employee stock, extra share extra share is created to give the stock. So European can be traded, this can't be traded. Instead, it is sell. So if we exercise it, employee buy it at strike price and then sell it at spot price. So that's how it works. So if immediate execution of stock happen in ESOP, and there is no trading around, and there is a contractual agreement for ESOP, right? The first ESOP was kind of created in 2004 by Microsoft, and it made thousands of people millionaire because of it. And let's see, contractual agreement, right? So it generally the expiry or last for 10 to 15 years. First thing is very wrong during option cannot be exercised, and there is one vesting period. This can be think as a locking period that for 4 year this option can't be exercised. So it is a vesting period, there is a vesting period. And so if employee leave the company in vesting period, then the option value is forfeit, or option value is zero. There is no benefit, right? And yes, and they have to exercise immediately. If they exercise, they have to buy the share and then they have to sell the share. That's and employee is not permitted to sell the option. They can sell the stock but can't sell the option, right? And when it's sell, company issue new stock, new share. My mic is okay, right? So is there a decision? So let's say vesting period is over. So after vesting period, should early execution should should the employee should execute early? So the simple answer is no. So let's say this is our timeline, the T0. on T0 the stock was initiated, or stock ESOP was granted, and it had a vesting period of T1, right? TI, right? And the maturity of TN, right? That's how. If we are at T1 right now, so let's say the stock ESOP was created at the money. At the money means ST equal to K. So let's say 50, strike price was 50, and at T1 the spot price TI was around 70, right? And it was deep into money, and the employee thought that I can earn profit if I execute it right. The profit of let's say 20 rupees. Yeah. If so, uh, if he want to hold the share, right, and keep working in that company. So it doesn't make sense to exercise it as early as is possible. Let's say, for some reason there is decline in stock price. Like say it is around sorry, it is around how much decline? Let's say again 50. It is again 50. Then the net income would be zero, right? 50. It it started with strike price 50, and then spot price at T I was zero. So there is no let's say loss. Yeah. Wo- Instead of exercising it early, let's say employee keep it and uh, keep it till T end, right? So it provide the insurance. So the loss and the profit would be in on option, not stock, right? So it kind of gave insurance to a person. So it is very advisable to extend the exercising of European option as long as is possible, right? And so let's say there is a question on 16.2. Two option align with interest of shareholder and managers. So the answer is not that simple, yes or no. For a startup company, it is very beneficial to give ESOP to employee, because to keep it motivated, and the startup company don't have the funds to acquire a top talent, or to make a top talent happy. So they give ESOP. Like if there is a IPO of startups, that the employee can earn millions of from them, right? But for a big company where there is a shareholders, and where is a board member and chairperson, then it is not so beneficial for the big company to give a ESOP, because the payment for ESOP is out of the shareholder shares, right? So let's say there is 100% of share, 100%, and most of them was of share hold the most of shareholder are most of the company shareholder are chairperson and big executive, right? And if they want to give ESOP, then they have to dilute their share, right? So their network become small. So they don't want that. So instead of, they say pay for their performance, and that is restricted stock unit. So the restricted stock unit is a type of future or a forward agreement. You can think like a forward agreement, that if he earn that much of money, then this much of stock will given instead of ESOP, not option. The whole stock would be given to individual, and that, yeah, that that is beneficial for shareholders, so that they have more power in the company and they don't have to dilute their uh, money. Now we think of 16 for the accounting issue, right? So so this include as a cost to company, right? So the most of accounting can be done as a derivative, where we are on the opposite side of trade, right? So it is accounted like a simple derivative, like we have to pay if the ESOP, right, let's say company employee don't exercise the ESOP, or the stock value is below the strike price, then we are on the positive side of trade, and the accounting has been done according to that. In the book there is many FAS and IAS code, you can read for yourself, you can understand. Then there is a alternative of stock option, like I gave you RSU, right? And RSU, restricted stock unit, and there is another type of option, that is new option, over the board based index, right? Over the board based index, right? Over the broad, right? Over the broadly based index. So in this, the stock value, strike price, and the NSC benchmark, or stock benchmark, market benchmark is there. Like say, if the market is at 24, the strike price is gay. If the market increased by 10%, then the market increased to 24,000, then the strike price will also increase by 10%. So in a simple way you can understand, right? This is a growing market, and we are at, like, ESOP is given, right? But the gap between this is so much. So we, in our formula K, there is ST, there is K, and there is ST. I mean the stochastic variable is ST, and our benchmark, that would be NSC benchmark. So if NSC is at 20,000, the strike price would be K. If it is at 25,000, the strike price come here, K. So that gap is between same. If it is here, then the strike price would come here, so that the company don't have to give millions of dollars to employee, right? And valuation, how it is valuation, son. So the simple Black-Scholes model is used for expected life, where the time variable is calculated by historical data of employee, where they calculate how often the employee exercise, when they exercise, and find the expected exercising time, right? And they put in Black-Scholes, and the volatility, and volatility is also calculated by historical data, and this is not a amount fair method to price, and the method mathematically it is not correct. So some of them, and most of the time, use binomial model, where we can set the probability of early exercising, probability of exercising after vesting period, and many probability, like a probability of leaving the company. And yeah, so we can set the value of U, up moment, down moment, and probability, right? So, and we can create a binomial tree for every timestamp, or multi binomial tree, trinomial tree, to value it. And yeah, market based up and yeah, one of the important thing to remember, dilution, right? So whenever stock option is announced, the diluted, the stock price going down doesn't happen when they exercise it. It happened when the dilution stock option is announced, at that point only. So you have to remember that the price movement goes down not because it is exercised, it is because when it is announced. So it is way before that. And let's cover one of the last topic of the video. It is a very small video. Last topic is why problems with stock option, right? So let's say you are a manager and you know, so you at tn, you know that at tn plus 1 the company will announce stock option at the money stock option, right? Where st equal to k. So he is a top layer executive, so he can do something in business to make uh make make the stock price go down, so that the strike price is low and he can earn more money. That is a one, what we say, dirty way to play with rules and agreements. So k over st. So or another hand, let's say at he know it will expire at tn plus 3. Okay, so he would do something to pump up the fake pump up the stock price so that he could earn money. So st would be big and k would be small. So he would do something to make the stock price so up, uh, artificially up, so that he could earn money. And that is a very shady place to earn. And another way is that is backtracking scandal. So back backdating scandal was one of the main reason that the company started reducing use of ESOP. And that is, if let's say there is a grant date, and on grant date the stock price k equal to st, right? The contract is made at the money. And sometime if a grant rate is at 24, right, and we are at 5 April, so the high level executive would do that. They will take the spot price of on spot price of a stock on 5 April because it is low, and it would be 34, so he would earn money. So that's the scam most of executive do in the area of 2008 till 2008 and 2007. And after the financial crisis, the rule become much stronger. And I SEC guideline, SEC and guideline regulated this. And from that it from then it is very low, I guess. Yeah, that's what this was my quick summary of this chapter. It was very small chapter and I hope you like it. And I will meet you in my next video. Bye bye.